Hello guys, this is Matrix Ray, and I'm showing you some resolution comparisons between native 1440p versus native PS2. I will also be doing some frame rate testing and show you guys the best settings for Spawn Armageddon. We are using a custom resolution of 2560 by 1440p, native, 16 times the anisotropic filtering, mapping is on automatic, CRC hack level is on automatic, and we are using half pixel offset, special, texture, aggressive. This will fix up some blending issues in this game. We are using accurate date fast, accurate blending, basic, shader configuration, texture filtering of display, and FXAA shader are both on. We are using a bilinear forced. We are forcing all of the HUDs in this game to remain filtered. Either way, the game does look pretty good with blocky HUDs on bilinear PS2, but we're going to force it for this video. We are also using Open GL. Open GL also helps fix up the blending issues in this game. Same with this hack right there. There are still some leftover blending issues left. No matter how much blending fixes we put on this game, it still has some minor ones left. But DirectX 3D11 has a lot more blending issues, but is faster. We are using MTVU if you have more than 3 cores. I have 8 cores. It's not really recommended to turn on. This game targets 30 frames per second. But if you are having slowdown, turn on MTVU. I want to mention something that I just found out recently. So I grabbed Spawn Armageddon on the PCSX2 and turns out this game runs at 30 frames per second. When I played this game a few years ago, I think January 2017, the Xbox original version targets 60 frames per second. So yeah, it's strange that the PS2 version had a half rate cutback compared to the Xbox original version. But I have a 60 FPS patch on anyway, so it's back up to 60 frames per second. But for this video, we're not using 60 frames per second patches. We're just using what the developers intended for this version, the PS2 version, so 30 frames per second. So we're going to go check out the resolution now. So this game targets 640 by 448. This game costs a little over 1.0 gigabytes of video RAM as well. So here we go, Spawn Armageddon at 30 frames per second, as you see. Now this is software mode. As you see, everything looks a lot blurrier. If you look at those statues right there, you can see that some parts are, starting to go invisible because of how low the pixel count is. But if I go to native 1440p, you can see that it looks sharper, but it still looks very thin, even at this resolution, the legs at least. We're in this level, by the way. This is the second last stage in the game. It's a very confusing level, but here are some minor blending issues. As you see right there, you can see some minor blending issues there. There's some more on these pillars. Where else are there? There's some on these lights right here. So I try to fix up as much as possible, but you can't really fix it all up. So the HUDs are all filtered, as you see. It looks pretty good blocky, but it also looks pretty nice filtered. They did age, unfortunately, poorly at native 1440p in 2019. If I go to native PS2, the HUDs look even more blurrier at this resolution, but if I go back to native 1440p, it looks clearer. Once again, native PS2, native 1440p, and we're going to quickly go over here. Now let's have a look at this planet real quick. This is what the planet Earth looks like at native PS2, native 1440p. Here's native PS2, 1440p, native PS2, and native 1440p. Even the skies, the stars, look a lot clearer as well, which is good. Let's just go over to another area real quick. Yeah, you'll find the performance will work really well on this game since it's only 30 frames per second. Once again, more blending issues. Can't do much about that. And yeah, that's pretty much it, to be honest. I will mention that the HUDs look pretty nice and clean at 1440p. If I go to native PS2, looks a lot more blurrier. Once again, native 1440p looks a lot clearer. This text elements have aged extremely well at this resolution. There's a broken sprat right there on the triangle, which you can't do much about that. And I also want to mention that 16 times the anisotropic filtering does not work on OpenGL, so the area I was just in before, you may have noticed some shimmering on the ground. You may have to go back and check it out if you want to see the shimmering, but I noticed it, forgot to mention it. But anyway, that's pretty much it. This whole game looks amazing at 1440p, such a fun experience. But anyway, thank you guys for watching, and see you later.